The barriers to entry to have an idea are zero. So you find that people have usually had the same idea over decades, centuries, be it the telegraph being called the Victorian internet, or helicopters in Leonardo da Vinci time, again being invented in 1903, but not cultivated until 40 years later. So very often you see that a technology is a figment of the imagination, then it becomes a theoretical sketch and a scientific concept, then it becomes a prototype that fails, then it becomes a failing company, then it becomes a successful company which is emulated and remodernized over and over again. And it doesn't matter if we're talking about blue jeans or random access memory banks. I usually joke that technology goes from being expensive and only for the rich to being cheap and for everyone, a process I call IKEAification, right? This is why wearable technology and 3D printers, these are things that were around already in the 50s, but they were too expensive for them to make any meaningful impact in everyday lives the way they do today. Similarly to predict tomorrow's technology, look at what's expensive today. What is exclusive, what is difficult to do. That will become cheap enough for a 15-year-old in Shoreditch to do a few years down the line. Very often, companies innovate by a process called R&D, rip off and duplicate. So they either go to California to bring up some kind of startup model here, or a new restaurant chain in yoga, and of course ripping off and duplicating something from the near past. I often talk in my talks about the song Torn, written by the Cure bassist Phil Thornalley, recorded with Edna Swap, recorded by Trine Rein, recorded by Lee Sørensen. It was only Natti and Bruglia who made it a hit. So the same recipe, tweaked, done over and over again, led to success. What I mean by this is, don't look for a what in an idea. The what is never unique. Look for the how, look for the where, look for the with whom, and possibly even the when, what strategies call positional advantage. Those are the things that determine how sustainable and deep and meaningful your success will be.